A deliciously moist orange cake with that special little coin hidden inside for that lucky someone to find on New Year's Day, and the exact recipe that I've made from my Vasilopita tea towel, and I can't wait for us to make it together. So let's get started. Now this Vasilopita recipe is probably the easiest you will ever make. You only need a few ingredients and it all goes into the one bowl. To start, I'm going to add extra virgin olive oil straight in. You can't have Vasilopita or any Greek dessert without orange. Fresh orange juice. I've got 4 eggs that I've just whisked straight in. Going in with some orange zest. We really want to enhance the orange flavour, and the orange zest would do exactly that. You can add 1, but I'm going to add 2 because I like it super orangey. Some vanilla bean paste. Straight in like that. Perfect. And I'm going in with sugar. Before I add the dry ingredients, I'm just going to mix it all up. So everything's mixed really well. And all we have to do now is add our flour and baking powder. Make sure you sift it in, just like so. Baking powder. Straight into the wet ingredients. That's all you need. Such a simple recipe and so tasty, so moist, super orangey. It's a great recipe for Vasilopita. The great thing about this recipe is you don't need a mixer. You can just use a hand whisk, and it's a one bowl recipe as well. So we're not making much of a mess. And there you have that smooth consistency. Look at that batter, it's just perfect. So I've got a 27cm cake tin here, and I usually bake my Vasilopita in a 25cm. But I found if I use one that's just a little bit larger, I have a surface that's flat enough to decorate my Vasilopita. And I'm going to show you how I decorate it later. In we go. Ooh. You can see the vanilla bean in there, lots and lots of orange zest. So flavorful. Spread it out evenly. Now we did use self-raising flour, so it is going to rise. Our Vasilopita is ready to bake, but before we do that, there's only one last thing we need to do, and that's add our coin to the cake. Now, if you're the lucky person who finds the coin, you're granted luck for the entire year. I always use a euro when I add a coin to my Vasilopita. I just like to manifest the fact that I might be lucky enough to go to Greece next year, so let's see how we go. In we go, somewhere random. Give it a little shake and bake. Our Vasilopita is out of the oven. I've removed it from the cake tin and it's completely cool. You can see that we've got a nice flat surface to work with so we can decorate the Vasilopita also. Now I love to decorate my Vasilopita with pomegranates. Pomegranates are a beautiful ancient symbol of welcoming in the new year, and I love adorning my Vasilopita with pomegranates. So what I like to do is just lay down the pomegranates individually, siga siga, and write out the year that we're going to celebrate. And in this case, it's 2025. Now, if you're taking the Vasilopita somewhere and you're worried these pomegranates are going to fall off, which they will, what you can do is mix a little bit of powdered sugar and orange juice to create some frosting. Spread it onto the cake and use it as a glue for your pomegranate. This way it won't move when you travel. And there's our Vasilopita, almost ready. We've got our pomegranates adorning it, and I'm just going to add a little bit of powdered sugar to give it a little bit of extra decoration just around the edges. This is how I love to present my Vasilopita. I think it's really special to decorate it just before you cut it to bring in the new year. So wherever you may be celebrating, the person living where you've come together or baked the Vasilopita must do the honours of cutting it. The first piece is dedicated to Jesus Christ, the second to Virgin Mary, third to Saint Basil, and fourth to the poor. The fifth piece is for the home of the person in which you're celebrating, followed by a piece for them, then by order of eldest to youngest relatives who have gathered together. The family member who receives the coin in their slice is granted luck for the remainder of the year. Oh, I don't think I have the coin in this one, but I do remember it being always such a special moment to watch my mum or my aunties cut through the Vasilopita. All of us children would watch in such anticipation. Memories. Super soft. Lots of orange flavour. A beautiful Vasilopita. Καλή χρονιά!